All right, traders, investors, how y'all doing? Trav here. This is my first time logging in, looking at a chart, even being exposed to price action or prices in over 2 weeks. I counter traded my system by closing my long in here and putting on shorts, which got stopped out on this day, and then I logged off on I think the 9th, something like that. So, what's going on? Yeah, I missed out on a move. It's all good. Market goes on. I had to take a break, not mostly to understand why I was fading myself, and also I went back into like repetitive checking. So, I mean, it could be worse, right? You can actually see if you look at my P&L analysis, I'll hold it up. I took a fat loss, and then if you see, it's just a bunch of zeros, donuts for the month. Oops, so you can see, yeah, I'll try to get it. But I'm back. I'm with a new trade plan. I'm not going to put on trades today. And the last 2 weeks um, has been really productive in my business. But I'm going to come back and I'm just going to trade my basic system. And I'm not going to focus on using trading for income. I'm going to go back to a style of investing. And with that, um, I'm going to be doing, yeah, other things with my life and my time. So there's going to be a lot of videos coming soon starting tomorrow on the trading system and how it's done, if you guys want to trade along with me and how to schedule it. But I'm just going to focus on the crypto market here, although I haven't looked at the other markets yet. Gold has gotten choppy, and stock markets, yeah, really haven't done as well. US 30s at a new time high, all-time high. I mean, they're continuing to move higher. But if we look at crypto, there was a huge burst up. Now, I had this $100,000 level marked. Here's the deal, okay? This was a great time to buy under here. And if you're holding, I don't really love it. I mean, this isn't a place to short, but look, yo, we had parabolic moves on everything. Look at where Solana is. Solana hit an all-time high and is pulling back. XRP did fucking awesome, but it's up. It finally did it. It's up 200% in a couple weeks. Is this a place to be a buyer? You can maybe try to hang on, but like, I mean, if I'm just been sleeping, this is such a good place to take profit. Doge looks crazy, right? These straight up moves. There could be another one, but the possibility, and we're gonna go under the hood and look. ADA back to a dollar, made it back to a dollar. All kinds of stuff. I mean, let's look at the market as a whole. Total market's at an all-time high. Total three. I don't think I looked at ETH yet, actually. Let's look at ETH. How far did ETH make it? ETH's still weak, right? I mean, hasn't even made it that far. Now, check this out. This is why I just say use danger or use caution. It's a dangerous place. These are the fees people are paying to keep their longs open. 47% of their position a year, 25% of their position a year in fees, 61% of their position a year. These are for leveraged positions. That margin's getting chewed up and this is true across the board. Not one thing is negative in terms of funding. That means everybody wants to be long and they're paying outrageous rates. Now, the summer bottoms, a lot of the time they look like this, where you see negative funding come in. That's a great place to be a buyer, a long-term investor, or trying to pick a bottom for your leverage. But if we look how crazy the funding rate is right now, I'm just going to look at Bitcoin for instance. So on this move from the August low, there was only $14 billion of leverage on perpetual futures exchanges. There's now 31 billion. So that means there's an extra roughly 15, 16, 17 billion dollars of leverage. And from the funding, we know that it's primarily long. It might be like $12 billion in longs, $4 billion in shorts, something like that. That is extreme. There is so much leverage in the system, and these people are paying a lot to keep them open. Now, if we look at CVD, which shows the buy pressure and sell pressure, futures, okay, spot bought heavy leading into the breakout. But actually, if you look at it, appears to have started to sell off on this day right at 98,000. So let's go look at that day. And I know if I was me, I would have loved to take profit at 100, and a lot of people were trying to get to 100. The professionals typically take profit before and after. They separate their exits into tranches. And I'm not saying we can't get to 100 or run much higher, but when people say it's going to 100, we're going to have 100, it's going to be 100, not necessarily, right? It's possible now we go into another bleedy chop and then the next bull run happens sometime later, right? Or we could continue, but it looks like on this day, Wednesday, right when Bitcoin made it to 99,600, 500, 99,650, they started to sell, right? So this isn't a place that I'm like to be long at all, right? I like to be long. I fucked it up, but um, in the long, like coming out of these long bottoms, the initial breakout was a great place to buy. But buying like when we're severely stretched from all-time highs, and there's $17 billion of fresh longs waiting to be liquidated. So where would price come down for me to be a buyer on these things? Doesn't have to happen, but I mean, coming back to 58, if we could. Or what's the low of November is, or the low of December of November is 66. So if we came back to like 66 and retested the breakout, that would trigger along in my system. Same sort of thing with ETH if we come all the way back here. Now, this is where I went wrong in my shorts. The shorts, the system, the majors need to be under the 200 moving average. So we cannot short here. I'm not suggesting going short. This is like take profit and wait type scenario. Um, yeah, I mean, I always do, but I would lean towards the short side rather than the long side. And again, we can just keep cruising, it's possible. But the euphoria here is pretty crazy, right? Wow, XRP. Congrats everybody who held, especially if you take profit and are able to do it. Yeah, a lot of them, I mean most of them. A lot of them not really though. A lot of them didn't really. That's the thing about random alts. It was like the majors that did the best. Yeah, Pepe's from here, it was crazy. Up another 100% is crazy from here. I've got a friend who bought Pepe heavy in October from down here. Yeah, no, October of 2023. It's up 2,800%. He turned like $5,000 into right now it's like mid six figures. It's crazy. But that's rare. And he may round trip it. Who knows what Pepe is going to do from here. So, yeah, I'll be back. Make sure to check back starting tomorrow. I'm going to release a series of videos about how the system would have traded this year and how I intend to trade that system for 2025. So, much love. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.